Okay, welcome everybody. Let's take a look at the market. We'll look at the daily, or the weekly to daily, and the trades of the day on the intraday charts. First of all, looking here on the weekly chart. Okay, way up here at 5066.5 on the S&P 500 futures. Look at this run, guys and gals. Look at this run. Only one red week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 going on our 16th week. And out of the 15 previous weeks, only one was actually a down week. Yeah, that is absolutely on fire. So you got divergence still going on over here. MACD is absolutely just... This is like, let's see. I think only once before was it higher. Let's do a maximum week here, just to get some context about what this all really means. So back here was 170, 171 here. We had 175 back here. Right here. This was... let's see, May 3rd of 2021. Okay, we see the next week was 172, and then 166, and 164. Where are we at right now? We're at 168. Okay, so yeah, we're at 168. So 175, 172. It's only two previous weeks in the entire history of the S&P 500 have been higher than the week we're at now, far as momentum on the MACD. Okay, so this indicator right here, looking at this number right here, this week we're in right now is the third highest week ever for momentum on the MACD. Now, what does that really all mean? I mean, the times are a little bit different now than they were back in May of 2021. But that is like right, see, is it right here? Yeah. Right here. Look how many weeks it was until it peaked and fell. We're just talking, months here. Right? Let's stretch this out even more. Okay. So it was here. So this was May 10th, and really didn't start falling apart until the first of the year. So that is, 7 months. From this time here, it took another 6.5, 7 months before the market finally gave it up. So you just, just because you've had these all-time highs on these indicators doesn't mean you're going to get immediate, oh my gosh, we're just absolutely immediately going to see the bottom fall out. That may not happen right away. We may get events like this, but we may not get that big pullback right away. Probably will coming into March over here. We probably will get a pullback. It's most likely going to happen. But as far as a really big, nasty, hard pullback, that might be like, it just goes to show you it isn't so clear cut just because you have the market burning, at incredibly high rates, that a pullback is imminent like at any day. That's just not necessarily true. I mean, this is a pretty historic run, but you can see over here, even though we had some red weeks mixed in. Look back over here. Look at this. There was red weeks mixed in, but it was just basically a rocket ship. Having some red weeks, down weeks sprinkled in, that didn't stop this massive bullish run going on for an entire year. Probably longer before it did the big nasty. So I'm cautious about, a lot of people jump on the bandwagon and say, we're going to be a big, huge pullback. That could happen. And I do think we will get a pullback here into March, late March, early April. That's probably going to happen because there's a cycle here that says that's going to happen. But that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to get this massive pullback like this. This pullback right here, this was, from 47.50 all the way down to 37.50, 1,000 points. This was a 1,000-point drop. Okay. 1,000-point drop from there, basically, maybe more. It was even more than that. 1,200 point drop all the way down to here. Okay. So 1,200 point drop. And it took, from the time we had the MACD burning at all-time highs, momentum-wise, it took another 6 or 7 months before that to take root. So I do think we're going to get a massive pullback in the market. It's going to be huge. Like, will it be 1,200 points? I don't know, but it's going to be massive. It's going to happen this March? Probably not. We might just get something like that, a little something like this. Okay, a little something like this. So in the big picture of things, this could go on for a while. We could see this thing burn on for a while. I mean, nobody expected 50.66 in the futures. Nobody expected this number, but yet here we are. So, you know, I'd be a little careful about coming to any quick conclusions about there's going to be this massive pullback right away. I think that's going to have to play out over a period of a few months before we get a really big pullback. Then again, just because it took this long back here to happen doesn't mean the same thing's going to happen here. So the market is never what it seems to be. All right, I have my opinion about tomorrow. So let's look at the daily chart. The daily chart. Here we are on the daily. You can see there's burning hot divergence showing up here on the daily. I thought I saw it on the weekly too, maybe not. Let me go back to the week for a second. What was oh, it's just, okay, there was divergence there, but okay, I thought I saw earlier in the day. Anyways, here we are on the daily chart, and we've got divergence popping up all over the place, but that's been going on now for, let's see, over about a month. A month of divergence just cranking out here. All right. We didn't see squat here on February 8th. Never happened. So a lot of cycle behavior changing in the market right now. This cycle was a monster cycle, historically speaking. Look at this cycle. Monster cycle. Right? It was a pretty monster cycle. Here was a pretty good indication the cycle was still alive and well as it flattened out. Here we had, it wasn't a huge pullback, but we got a pullback. Here, nothing, not even a hint, not even a flirtation. It didn't even stall. I think we had just like one little red candlestick. Yeah, that's it. And even that was a doji. So this just blasted right through any hint of a cycle low here. So the market is extremely strong right now. It is absolutely on fire and very bullish. Now here we are, here we go again. Is this an evening star that we're looking at right up here? Right there? Members, read your email tonight about my opinion about what I think is going to happen. I already commented on the Discord server. Hold on 1 second. While we're actually doing this video, okay, $412 down. Guess what? I'm going to go long right here. Right in the middle, smack dab in the middle of this video, I'm going to go long. See if we can get back some of that profit. Okay. So we can get rid of this right here. And this we'll leave on for now. Because this cycle was pretty decent. Let's spread this out a little bit. So let me get rid of the Big Daddy. It's kind of clouding up clouding up my real estate. That's a little better. This February 25th, I'm going to keep on there because I felt like this cycle, even though it wasn't much, did show up on the chart. And here it showed up too. And it wasn't much over there. It wasn't much there, but there was pretty decent back here. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of do a check here on the cycles. This purple cycle is agitating me. It's agitating me. We're going to remove it. Okay, and the yellow one is March 11th. And, that big yellow cycle is still in play. Yeah, it's still in play. What did I say? March 11th here? Yeah, so let's leave that one on there. Let's duplicate this. We'll put it over here. Just kind of get it out of the way. March 11th for the yellow cycle here, okay? That one looks like it may still have some legitimacy to it, so we'll keep it on there, okay? And yeah, the green cycle for now looks like it's at least giving us something. Okay. And you can see it got some support on here, just keeps, you know, stacking up support because the market's just on fire here. We'll keep this on here for now. If it just gets really crazy up here, like 5,200 and starts getting just insane, we'll just strip off some of these supports, because then the market probably won't pull back that far, at least not right away. Okay. Alrighty. So that's kind of my take on the daily chart. We'll see if something happens there, and then somewhere in this area, all the way out to, what is this? I think that's April 11th or something, if I remember right. Yeah, so this is like a month. This is April 11th. I'll just write it on here for a second. Okay, April 11 right there. So somewhere in this area, all the way over to this area, is kind of the cycle low being projected out here. You know, my cycles are showing that. There's at least one or two other people that do cycle analysis. Of course, the Slim Team, Ask Slim Team, does cycle analysis, and they're approximately in the same area I'm in. Their cycles are we're not identical, but they're close enough. I don't really look at their cycles and just copy them. I do my own thing, but I obviously do compare it with other people like them to see if the cycles make sense. But I don't really go around and change my cycles just because other people have got their cycles different than mine. If I see a cycle and it looks legitimate, I stick with it. And these cycles look pretty legit. And I think their cycles on the Slim Team are close to this. They're not exactly identical, but they're fairly close. What they do, they tend to be a little bit more equally divisible type cycles. What they do on that team, they don't stray too much off of being equal divisible. Though sometimes they do some overlaps. So anyway, in a nutshell, I think there's enough data showing that these cycles are probably still pretty valid. Okay, divergence, as I said, showing up here, but, you know, okay, big deal. You know, a month's worth of divergence. And the market doesn't care about divergence, man. It just ignores it. All right. In a very bullish scenario like we're in now, divergence is like, all right, it doesn't carry as much weight. Okay, let's take a look at the intraday charts. All right, here we are on the 5-minute chart, guys. This one's super simple. I mean, super simple. This is the GITTAS Plus indicator, which indicates and gets triggered whenever it thinks there might be a possible trade. If I didn't say anything to anybody watching this video, if I didn't say anything, I'll leave the comments on for this video. I don't usually leave comments on because it's always inevitable. Some jerk comes along and leaves some nasty comments. Okay, and says something really stupid, and I just got tired of dealing with it, so I turned off comments for most of the videos. But I'll leave it on for this video. And leave a comment down below, specifically the retards and the ones that can't help themselves, who are just idiots and, you know, can't control their emotions and have to leave bad comments. You know, when I say leave a comment, I'm talking specifically about just this screen right here, what you're seeing in front of you. Where would you enter a trade? Okay, you can see the timeline down here today. Here's like, you know, 3 a.m., 4, 5, 6, all the way through 9 o'clock. Right? It should be really obvious, right? There's something on this chart, right? There's 3 leads, pre-market and intraday. There's 3 different indications denoted by these little yellow triangles and some purple candlesticks like that one, and that one. Of all of these, which one would you enter? Which one would be like the most ideal one to enter? I'm not even going to say it because I'm so tired of repeating myself in these videos. It should be so obvious where the frick you would enter this trade. I mean, seriously. Okay. The trade of the day is staring you in the face. That's all I'm going to say about that. Let's go take a look at the 15-minute chart. See if there's a trade over here. There really isn't on this chart. There was like a some pre ones here. They didn't turn into full-blown take a trade kind of trigger, but they're kind of on there. I don't trade these green ones, but yeah. And I don't think there was anything on the hourly. We can look at the hourly real quick. Right, there's nothing on the hourly here. And I'm not going to bring up the hourly drawing set because it's going to show the hourly cycles, and that's for members only. Okay, you're not getting no freebies today for the general public. The streaming chart for the member shows my hourly cycles, which, by the way, I think I just put new hourly cycles up just before I started this video. So they're on there. Yep. Looking over at the other side of the office here. The hourly cycles are up on the hourly chart. So for those that want to take advantage of that in the membership, you can. And of course, read your emails tonight. I'll give my opinion about what I think the market's probably going to do. Let's see what else. I think that pretty much covers it. If you want to become a member, you can stick around to the end of the video. If not, well, hope you enjoyed the content. Okay, so here's how you join. Before I get started on this, well, there's a link in the description below this video, okay? It's got a Discord link there. Just read the instructions carefully before you join. Okay, it's going to bring you to this server. And then from there, you click on server shop. It's going to bring you to this page, $7.99, okay? I think I made $87.50 today. The market was so tight this morning, I didn't really trade that much today. And then just before I went on and did this video, the market opened up at 5 p.m. I placed a trade, but it worked against me. Like you saw the trade there, $400. I'll leave it in the video. I don't care. It went against me $400. I closed the position, waited a little bit. We're going to see if it makes good here in a little while. Hopefully it does. Now, what comes with the membership? We get the streaming charts down here, which I showed all 3 of them today, I think, the 5-minute, 15-minute, and the 1 hour. So after you join, click on this down here, the S&P 500 stream, you'll get the streaming charts with the Get Us Plus indicator, okay? Nightly emails are here. So put your email in there. You'll get a daily chart of the S&P 500 plus the daily cycles on there, okay? Really nice. And there's some alerts in here. So whenever we get the Get Us Plus indicator gets triggered, it sends an alert to this channel. So that's really nice too. So if you're not watching the stream, you can still get alerts, okay? And there's alerts in here for some different products, as you can see. All right. There's some symbols I put in here every day after kind of near the end of the day. I put some symbols in here that I think are worthy of a look for possible trade. So you look in there for it can be anywhere from 2 to 4 files with the symbols in this channel. So that's kind of nice. All right, there's a few other things in here. All these channels are members only channels for $7.99. Okay, everything is on this server. All right, the rules, please read the rules. There's the please be nice to everybody else rules. If not, that means I got to be the bad boy, tell you to stop doing it. If you keep doing it, I'll ban you. If you keep doing it even worse, I'll kick you. Or kick you, then ban you, sorry. All right, so don't make me do it, but I will if I have to. There is the refund rules are in there, as well as a disclaimer that I'm not a financial advisor, as we saw at the beginning of the video. With the disclaimer, I don't give financial advice. Everything on this video and everything in this Discord server that I do is intended for opinion only. All right, educational purposes only, guys and gals. All right, I think that pretty much covers it. I just want to say one thing. I watched some of this YouTube content from other creators. I mean, I do watch other stuff. It's everybody watches everybody else's stuff. Other than more, I watch a lot of stuff, more than just trading. But in the trading realm, last week I think I made a comparison with Warrior Trading and how Ross has these courses that are thousands of dollars and just crazy money to join his courses. And here I am charging $7.99. By the way, when you join, just ask me for the members video on what the indicators mean and how I use them. Okay, and I'll point you in the right direction. You can watch the video. That video is in the it's in the Get Us Only Post channel. I think it's called Get Us Indicators or something. But just chat me up on the member chat over here and ask me where's the member video on how to use the indicators, and I'll drop the link. Okay. Anyway, I was watching last week. I talked about Ross's his membership plans and his educational plans and all that stuff for like thousands of dollars. I compared it to my $7.99, $7.99. And there's this other guy. I forget his name. uh, what is his name? What is his channel? His channel is, the uh, Game of Trades, he calls it. This guy's Game of Trades. He's been putting videos out probably at least for a few years, quite a while. And I just got so tired of his ridiculous videos that he puts out because it's always the same stuff. It's usually the sky's going to fall, and it's a really big event. It's all of his titles are always like it's finally happened. This has never happened before, or it's some dramatic type of overblown, bloated title. It's always the same. These people are always the same. And of course, he has a membership, which I don't have a problem with somebody putting out a membership, because I'm all about business, American businesses especially. Yeah, I think that part's fine. That's great. You want to have a business, you want to have a membership, I think that's fine. But what bothers me about this guy is he never shows any of his trades. Never. And all the times and all the years, I don't watch his videos that often because I don't like his content that much. He's more, all of his content's more like really long-term investor style stuff, right? He does this stuff like, in the year 3044, if you invest in oil now, you'll be rich then. Like someone's really going to plant tens of thousands of dollars in some investment, and then they're going to wait around for years for it to evolve. And how many retail accounts can handle massive swings in the market? Like very few, right? Most people can't handle huge volatility. They're going to have to get out of those positions. So his YouTube channel is called Game of Thrones, Game of Trades. Obviously came from Game of Thrones series, but Game of Trades. But he doesn't really actually do trading per se. He does investing, right? If anybody that knows anything about trading knows that there's three basic time frames for trading. You've got intraday trading, which most of those people, we call them day traders. I do a lot of that. Then you've got swing trades, which last anywhere from a few days to a few weeks. That's kind of, obviously the middle of the road time frame. Then you got investors, which they hold on to stuff for months or even years sometimes, right? And all of his stuff is always super long term. It's like, way out there in the distance, years from now, this is going to do this. I'm like, nobody, I'm not saying nobody, but retail traders don't normally hang on to positions like forever and a day, right? Now, stock is a little bit different, but any other type of trading, they don't normally do that because their accounts can't handle it. Most retail accounts, retail traders, they can't handle massive volatility. So if the S&P 500 is swinging way up and down, they can't just keep staying the trade, right? It'll break their back. It'll break their account. You follow what I'm saying? So when I watch his videos, which I watch only occasionally, I'm like, oh my gosh, give me a break, It's just total nonsense. Because every day it's the same stuff, It's either the sky is going to fall or the market's never done this before scenario, And I'm like, do people really buy those memberships based on that nonsense? I mean, I just don't get it. Like I said about the Ross's, membership, he was charging thousands of dollars. He's a very profitable trader. Apparently he had to pay back a bunch of money because I guess the SEC didn't like what he was doing, and he was instructed to pay back a lot of membership money. I guess some people weren't happy. But, best I can tell about Ross is he does show his trades. I think it looks legit. I don't know that for sure, but it looks legit, like he really is doing the trades. And, he streams his stuff. I don't have time to stream my stuff. I work a job, but he streams his stuff and he makes a lot of money. At least I give him credit for that. I'm not going to buy his courses because they're too expensive, but at least he does that. So the Game of Trades never shows even one trade. And today he told me, because I commented on one of his videos, he told me, oh, we show all of our trades on our website. I'm like, okay, dude. First of all, who is our? Isn't it just you? You got members, but so what? I got members in my membership too. I don't put our on there. I'm like, these people, man. I don't get it. Here I am charging $7.99. I keep my prices reasonable so people can actually focus on trading, not spending huge amount of money on memberships. and the videos have like little to no value. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not looking to hold positions for weeks and months on end, hoping that someday it'll make good. I want to know what's going to be happening at least this week, if not every day, right? And that's what I attempt to do with my membership. All right, anyway, I just wanted to kind of talk about it because as I look at across the YouTube, and just, not even just YouTube, but across the landscape about memberships, there's very few that actually have great value, in my opinion. They're overcharging everybody, and I just don't think they're accurate. In Game of Trades, I don't care what he says. I've never seen a trade. He's never promoted a trade on his YouTube channel, ever, not once, as part of his promo. He never shows his setups. He doesn't prove that his so-called service and strategy actually makes him profitable. And my guess is this guy's probably kind of typical with a lot of other people. I don't know this for sure. It's just my opinion. But he probably is profitable like once in a while, but probably takes a lot of losses. I think that's what happens. That's what most happens with most traders. Right? They're like profitable occasionally, but all the other trades totally stink and they lose a lot of money. The other scenario, if it isn't that scenario, the only other scenario with him is he doesn't hardly trade at all, and he just makes his money on memberships and videos, which is like what a lot of people do. They just have a service. They don't actually do much trading themselves. They just make money off the membership, which to me, that just shows that there's no credibility to the membership, because you got the person who says that they have a service that gives value doesn't even actually use their own service to trade. Now, all you who watch my video, you've seen me put out day after day after day, $1,000, $1,200, $1,500. I'm constantly putting out my trades. I'm constantly putting out at least my profit for the day. Like you just saw in this video today, that was down $400 from like a half an hour ago. I'm not afraid to show it. I don't plan on staying down $400. Probably, hopefully by tomorrow, I'll be in the green. Right? Because I cut the position loose as quick as I have to if I think it's not profitable. Anyway, enough with the ranting. Hope everybody enjoyed the video. Talk to you all real soon again next time.